Wow, welcome to Hot Takes with Cheddar Chaz, where there's no hand holding. We deal with facts, not emotion. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Shout out to New York Life, Drag Kings, Topo Chico. You guys should support them because they support us. Now, we're going through it. We're going through it, and I know what you're thinking. Cheddar Chaz warned me about this. He said there would be times like this, but don't worry, because your big round Cheddar Chaz gonna help you get through it. Who are the real Pelicans? We just had a crazy win streak, very exciting, beat a couple of good teams. Now we're on the losing end. We dropped a couple games to the Utah Jazz, lost one to the Suns. We should have won, and you lost one to probably one of the Eastern Conference favorites this season, the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I'll say this. During the course of the season, you're going to win some games you're not supposed to win. You're going to lose some games you're not supposed to win. Maybe a couple of those victories against the Suns, potentially the Raptors, even though the Raptors kind of suck right now. But when you take into account that Brandon Ingram isn't playing, you probably won some games that you shouldn't have won. And you got a game like the Phoenix Suns, when you're up 24 points, I think in the third, you should have won that game. I'll say this. Too often, this coaching staff is snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Too often, right? It's like you got the players effectively coaching themselves sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't work. You got CJ going rogue here and there. Willie doesn't know what's going on half the time. He doesn't know when to call a timeout and stop, a critical Phoenix Suns run or a critical Utah Jazz run. So I'm trying to figure out, are you that team I saw during the 7-game stretch? Or are you this team doing this 4-game losing streak? The answer is in the middle, right? You got some guys who've overachieved and you got some guys who's underachieved. You take into account Brandon's not there, you know what I'm saying? You take into account, some of those games CJ was out, so you still kind of saw a different offense. When you see a much more, I would say, fluid offense when CJ isn't out there. Then you saw some games where, the idea was to, pretty much shut down Zion, and CJ had to take more shots. You know what I'm saying? And you saw the results from those games, be it the Milwaukee game, that Suns game when you were up 24 points, even the Utah games. The plan is to take out Zion. So CJ is forced to make more, take more shots, and CJ is a really poor decision maker. So you're gonna see that a lot more. That's gonna be more evident. You know what I'm saying? The team, though, when healthy, if you ever get to see it, I don't believe you'll see that when the team is fully healthy. I do believe you'll see CJ kind of relax a bit more when Brandon's here. So that's one thing, right? That's goes to show you that the losing streak isn't what you'll see moving forward, nor is the winning streak, right? It's somewhere in the middle. And you win consistently with CJ McCollum as your second best player. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. And the reason I'm going to say no is because CJ at this stage in his career, he can't really beat, a lot of guys off the dribble anymore. His shot isn't falling like we're used to seeing in years past. His decision making is all over the place. Coaching staff is too weak to reel him in right now. We don't have a strong coaching staff. It's disheartening, right? It's disheartening. So you look for Brandon to come back. That way, if the sum of your parts are greater than other teams, right? It's not that I think Brandon is some world beater, but I do think the sum of your parts with Brandon, Zion, JV, and CJ will be greater than most teams. Question number 2, is Willie Green a good coach? Can Willie Green figure it out? Hell no. He is not a good coach. Do I think he'll figure it out? No, I don't. And I had to think about it for a second. My heart was like, give him a chance, Chaz. Give him a chance. But if I'm being honest, no, he won't be able to figure it out. Won't be able to figure it out. Don't think he's a really good coach. I think you got to get another voice on this bench to help him out. It's his second year. Listen. Me saying I don't think he's a good head coach isn't me saying I think he's an idiot. I don't think he's any less of an intelligent person, right? I just think currently as a head coach, he isn't very good. It takes time to become a good head coach. He hasn't had the same team for enough games. You got some front office craziness that's gone on in the past. So it's not like he's been playing with a, fair deck. You know what I'm saying? He's been dealt a pretty crappy hand, and he's just trying to figure it out. Okay, but currently, no, he's not a good coach. He's not a good coach. Will Brandon be back soon? Who knows? Who knows? Brandon's a guy, he don't really like to play until he feels 100%. And as far as I know, right now he just don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. The team seems to think he's okay, but at the end of the day, you can't tell a person how they feel physically. So physically, he doesn't feel like he's ready, and I have to take his word at that. At the end of the day, it's all about how you feel. If you don't feel like you're ready to go out there, basketball can be a dangerous sport. It's a physical sport. You don't want to risk getting a long-term injury. So, you got to take care of yourself. But my motto, can't make the club in the tub. And finally, will we continue to see this Zion Williamson moving forward? I think fatigue is going to start setting in with Zion at some point. It has to, because Zion, the brand of basketball he's been playing offensively and defensively, because he has been showing a great deal of effort defensively. Aside from that last Suns game, I think he was frustrated with CJ, frustrated with not getting calls. But Zion can't keep getting beat up in the paint like this. Officiating has been a huge problem. It's at the point where you kind of got to call the refs out publicly and just take the fine. Zion can't keep getting killed in the paint like this. It's getting to the point where I don't blame the refs for nothing. I'm not a ref blamer guy, right? But it's getting to the point where you're entering the it's unfair phase of things. Like, it's getting that bad. So I think you got to publicly come out and make a statement and defend Zion at this point, man, because someone's going to hurt him, or he's going to get hurt, or he's going to start retaliating, which I think he should do. He's going to start retaliating, and then he's going to end up in prison. Because if Zion hits you, you're dead. If Zion hits you, you're dead. It's over. It is over. But a message from our sponsors. Hey guys, this podcast is sponsored by Burrs Law Firm, the official injury lawyers of Boo Crew Media, located at 918 Portrait Street by the Superdome. Give them a call at 504-523-5413 if you or someone you know has been involved in an accident, and be sure to mention we sent you. Burrs Law Firm, the official injury lawyers of Boo Crew Media.